A certain sect called the Huguenots did not know that their lives were about to change forever. In January of 1685, they probably had no clue as to what was going to happen just a few months later in October. In October, King Louis XIV, also known as Louis the Great or the Sun King, revoked a decree, an edict called the Edict of Nantes. This edict simply gave a certain sect of people called the Huguenots in France an ability and the right to also practice their religion. They were Protestant Christians, and instead of the public majority, which was Catholic Christians in France, they were also given the right to associate and to practice their religion. At that point, October 22nd, 1685, King Louis revoked the decree of Nantes with the Edict of Fontainebleau, which basically made it illegal for you to practice any other religion apart from Catholicism in France. Now, the Huguenots were left with a choice. They could either stay and be subject to prison, death, or some other worse fate, or they could leave their own country, their own homeland, somewhere they've come to know as home, and go and settle in other places. This is where the word refugee has its origins from. So a person that goes outside their own homeland to seek for refuge from danger, from persecution, and all of that. This is the same thing that happened to a man in the Bible. We know him very well. He's the warrior that slayed Goliath. He's the warrior that the women danced with tambourines and sang. Saul killed 1,000, but David has killed 10,000. David also was a refugee at some point, running from a king who desperately wanted to have his life. So this was a warrior, this was a man that had influence in Israel, but now has been forced to live and to hide like an animal in a cave. And in this 7-part series, we will just be considering what that cave, that hiding place, that refuge, what it meant for David as he became a refugee in an humble cave. Do remember, this is a man that was already anointed. He went from promise to problem. Why didn't God just make him go from promise, from the anointing to the throne? Why did he have to hide in a cave? What does that cave mean for us when we also get to that point in our lives? Do we also feel like that? Will we also get to points like that? All these questions and many more we will be considering in the next 7 episodes of this series. So I invite you to pray along with me and to join me as we explore this concept and as we explore this story. God bless you, and I will see you in the next episode.